Hey guys, Maritza Willis coming to you live from Houston. Well, as many of you may or may not know, it is tax season. And with that in mind, I wanted to share a couple of things with you that I think are going to be critically important for those of you that may or may have not already filed your taxes. If you've already filed your taxes, use this information for next year. If you haven't, make sure that your tax professional understands that a lot of these things are tax deductions. They probably already do know these things. Keep in mind, I am not a tax professional. I am a financial consultant and have been for 25 years. And so therefore, I've got a little bit of information I want to share with you. Excuse the background noise, but I wanted to film this before the end of the week so that those of you that are filing or that have asked me questions, let me give you a couple of answers. So, what is deductible from your taxes if you are driving for any rideshare company? First and foremost, your mileage. Super important that you understand that you need a good mileage tracker. I don't care what you use. I use Mile IQ. I love it. It tracks everything. One thing that you need to understand, guys, that is not tax deductible, your first stop in the morning or in the afternoon or wherever you start riding, from your home to wherever it is that you go, that first drive is not a tax deduction. Anything between that point and your second to the last drive is a tax deduction. The last drive from that destination, so let's say that you drop someone off and you go and you fill up your car with gas and the gas station is only 2 miles from your home. Those last 2 miles, that last stop to your home is not a tax deduction. All right, so super duper important that you understand that. Here's the other thing that is a tax deduction. Your car cleaning is a tax deduction, and those of us that are driving are probably washing our cars, vacuuming our cars at least 2 to 3 times a week. So understand that your car cleaning is a tax deduction. The other thing that is a tax deduction is your passenger goodies. So if you carry gum with you, if you carry water, if you carry chips, anything that you're buying that is extras for your passengers, remember, and I'm sorry because I don't have a strong base, but remember, those are tax deductions. The other thing is your phone cell accessories. So I've got several phone holders in my car, one for my tablet, one for my phone. Those are tax deductions. Your phone, if you purchase a phone, if you purchase a tablet, that is a tax deduction. If you purchase Sirius which is the music, right? The national for national or satellite radio, that is a tax deduction as long as you're playing music while your passengers are in the vehicle. So make sure that you understand that. Your cell phone service, and I'm sorry, I feel like I've got something in my eye, but your cell phone service is a tax deduction. Make sure though that you're using it, of course, to run your rideshare applications. Some of us have dash cams, some of us do not. However, if you do, your dash cam is a tax deduction. Haircuts are not tax deductions. If you go to the beauty shop and you get extensions, they're not tax deductions. Make sure that you understand that. Neither is your dry cleaning. It is not a tax deduction. So don't try to squeeze that in there. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Your inspections on your vehicle, your background checks, all right, your TNC stickers, your fingerprinting, all of that is a tax deduction. Those of us that live in Houston, we had to go through our physicals, we had to go through our background checks, we had to go through our fingerprinting, we had to go through the warrant check. All of those fees are tax deductible, so keep that in mind. Your parking fees, as long as they are associated with your driving business, is a tax deduction. Your tolls are tax deductions. Now be careful here because we get reimbursement on our tolls a lot of times. And even though we get reimbursed, pay attention to your toll receipts, because unfortunately I found almost every month I find about $20 worth of tolls that were not reimbursed to me by my rideshare company. So please do keep that in mind. The other thing that is a tax deduction is roadside assistance. So if you've got AAA, any sort of roadside assistance affiliated, that is going to be tax deductible. Your car mats are going to be tax deductible. I chose to get WeatherTech. I'm not promoting WeatherTech. I chose to buy them. They were about $275. Of course, I drive an Infiniti, and I wanted to make sure that they matched and that they fit the really weird puzzle shape of the mats. That is a tax deduction. The other thing also is a lot of us will get those lumbar seat cushions, to help us with our backs. That is a tax deduction. Food and drink are also tax deduction as long as you're driving excessive hours. A lot of us will drive more than 12, 14-hour days. 50% of those meals are tax deductible. Now, if you go out to eat with a passenger and you are treating, that too is a tax deduction. Any sort of marketing that you're doing with clients, promoting your business, that is a tax deduction. So keep that in mind. Car loan interest. Here's a new one for me. If you've got a payment on your vehicle, on your itemization, when you get your invoice, it'll tell you approximately what you are paying in interest. It's a tax deduction. Make sure that you speak to your healthcare professional, your tax professional regarding that so that they can calculate the proper amount. The other thing that is a tax deduction is health insurance, as long as you're not also insured through your spouse's employer or your significant other's employer's insurance. All right. So as part of, unfortunately, the law right now in the state of Texas, pretty much throughout the entire country, you've got to have health insurance because we're 1099 employees. That is a tax deduction. Keep that in mind. So what is not a tax deduction? Your oil changes, anything that has to do with your car maintenance, your gas, your car insurance, your car repairs, your car lease payments, your car depreciation. Now, the government is going to give you an option. You can go ahead and take those deductions. However, if you do that, if you decide to take those deductions, you cannot also take the mileage. So it's either or, and for most cases, that amount of repairs, that amount of maintenance, that amount of depreciation would have to add up to a little bit over $10,000 or so, depending on how much you're declaring on mileage. Those of us that drive are going to drive easily anywhere from 30 to 75,000 miles per year. A lot of times it's best just to declare the mileage and go that route. So anyhow, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Remember, I am not a tax professional. If you're looking for a mentor and you're wanting to drive, hit me up as well. My code is Maritza, MARITZAW 27, U as an umbrella, E. So it's Maritza W 27 UE. Hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day and see you guys out on the road. Take care now. Bye-bye.